Welcome to the Reality of Wrestling Top 5 series. You're going to see some of the top moments here in the Reality of Wrestling on different categories based on some discussion amongst Raw Nation fans. If you'd like to get in on the discussion, feel free to drop a comment below and let us know what other top 5 lists you'd like to see in the future. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to stay up to date on when the top 5 lists release, as well as more Reality of Wrestling episodes. On today's episode, we will be covering a division that has become a staple of Reality of Wrestling. That is the one and only Diamonds division. The women of Reality of Wrestling have stepped up their game over the last 4 years, where they have delivered some of the most talked about moments for the company. And when you see the field that has been chosen by you, the Raw Nation, you're going to ask yourself how much different this list will look in 5 years when the likes of Danny B, Charity Kane, and Rachel Rose possibly join the list. But for now, we have the top 5 Diamonds Division title victories up to this point. Let's begin. The fact that Promise Braxton shows up at number 5 just goes to show how stacked this whole list is going to be. She is currently, at the time of this video, the current Diamonds Division champion, going on an absolute rampage to earn the title. First going through Alex Gracia, then Hyan, and finally winning the championship from Rok-C, Promise Braxton has had everyone's number as of late. The Rebel Buddhist even parlayed that success into becoming the Raw Award winner for Diamond of the Year 2020. Like I said, the fact she's at number 5 just shows how stacked this episode will be. At number 4 is the first ever 3-time Diamonds Division champion. But which championship win is being ranked? Well, how about the very first one? Arguably being the very match that the Diamonds Division started to become what it is today, Kylie Rae shocked the world, defeating Ivory Robin in her debut match to capture the Diamonds title. She would take on all challengers, elevating the entire division along with her, and making sure that whoever finally took the title from her would be worthy of carrying the division not only forward, but also higher. AQA is a name that took Raw by storm. Quickly captivating the love of the entire Raw Nation, Angela managed to capture the Diamonds Division Championship shortly after reaching her 1-year anniversary of being a competitor. Hyan was going through a tear in the division at the time, calling out all the rookie Diamonds, saying that they were not up to par. The torment would stop when AQA stood up to her and showed that the groundwork laid out by Kylie Rae and the elevation from Hyan to the division would pay off when the two met inside the first ever women's steel cage. The match was historic, and it would culminate the entire saga between AQA and Hyan. If you haven't seen the match yet, it is definitely one of the best matches that we have ever had in the history of Reality of Wrestling. We talked about one woman who laid the foundation for the division, but no one has pushed the division further in and outside of the ring than the Renaissance woman Hyan. She is only the second woman to add the 3-time Diamonds Division accolade to her resume. If we are able to pinpoint one exact match where the turn in demeanor happened, it has to be none other than the inaugural Ladies Night Out event. Kylie Rae would attempt to defend her crown against the defiant Hyan, but would come up short. Although Hyan was not known as the Renaissance Woman yet on this night, she would go on to become the most dominant Diamonds Division champion we have ever seen in the history of Reality of Wrestling. Before we reveal the number 1 entry in this list, there's so much talent in the division that even voting for an honorable mention was very, very close. Alex Gracia managed to eke out the nod here, and her title win is probably the most chaotic title win on this whole list. Summer of Champions 6. 6 women entered, but only 1 left with the title. Alex Gracia would harness the chaotic energy of this match and manage to pin Rachel Rose amidst the madness and send the crowd into a frenzy as she captured her very first ever Diamonds Championship. If you could prove that you can accomplish your dreams if you work hard, look no further than the number 1 entry into this list. At the age of 16, Rok-C began making a name for herself in the wrestling world, and made her first appearance at the Reality of Wrestling as well. At 18, she managed to capture one of the most coveted prizes in Reality of Wrestling, the Diamonds Division Championship. Hyan would put up the crown against the Prodigy in front of a capacity crowd at the World Gym Arena that also included Rok-C's family. On this night, magic was in the air, and the two went to war. Rok-C would defiantly keep taking the fight to Hyan, and finally, after taking all of Hyan's best shots and continuing the fight, Rok-C would plant Hyan with an emphatic facebuster that netted her her first ever Diamonds Championship. At 18 years old at the time, Rok-C owns the record for youngest champion in reality of wrestling history, and it is going to take an incredible individual that can match her drive and passion to even come close to beating that record. This whole list was the closest we've ever had so far in the top 5 series, but we definitely missed some good championship wins. Feel free to sound off in the comments below and let us know which title win is your favorite. We will return soon with another top 5 ranking video, so how about we cover the Texas title on the following video. This is Kirby carrying on from Reality of Wrestling. We will see you here next time on the Reality of Wrestling YouTube page.